Alright folks, how's you all doing? So let's jump in the wild world of today's topic, conspiracy theories. So, conspiracy theories. Whew. They are like the gossip of the universe, except instead of your noisy neighbor speaking rumors about who's dating who, it's like, did you hear about the lizard people running the government? I mean, come on, lizard people. If our politicians were really reptilian overlords, I think we'd have more debates about who gets the last cricket in the break room. And then there's Area 51, that top secret military base out in Nevada desert. They say it's where the government hides UFOs and experiments on aliens. Personally, I think it's just a really exclusive club for extraterrestrial tourists. Aliens only, no humans allowed. But my favorite has to be the flat earth theory. I mean, really, in this day and age, with all the scientific evidence and satellite imagery we have, there are still people out there who think the earth is as flat as a pancake. Next thing you know, they'll be saying the moon landing was staged on a Hollywood soundstage. And ever heard of chemtrails? Yeah, those mysterious streaks left by airplanes in the sky. Some people believe they are actually chemicals being sprayed by the government for mind control of its citizens, or for weather manipulation. I don't know about you, but if government is trying to control my mind, they are doing a pretty lousy job. I still forget where I put my keys half the time. And let's not forget about the Illuminati, the secret society pulling the strings behind every major events in history. Apparently, they are so powerful they can control the stock market, influence world leaders, and even decide who wins the Grammy Awards. But if the Illuminati really exists, I have got one question. Where's my invitation to the top secret meetings? I make a killer guacamole deep. But my all-time favorite has to be the time-traveling conspiracy theories. You have got people claiming to be from the future, warning us about impending disasters or revealing the secrets of the universe. Personally, if I could time travel, I had probably just go back and invest in Apple stock. Way less complicated than saving humanity. Fox, have you ever heard of the Mandela effect? It's when a large group of people remember something incorrectly, like thinking Nelson Mandela died in prison. Some folks think it's evidence of alternate realities or parallel universes crossing paths. Personally, I think it's just a case of collective forgetfulness. I mean, who can remember every little detail, especially when you are trying to recall if you turned off stove before leaving the house? And then there's the idea that the moon landing was faked. I mean, really? If NASA had the technology to fake a moon landing, don't you think they would have come up with something a little more convincing than a grainy video from the 60s? It's like trying to convince someone you are a secret agent by showing them your collection of spy gadgets from the dollar store. But you know what's even more absurd? The belief that Earth is hollow and inhabited by advanced civilizations. I mean, I have seen some pretty spacious basement in my time. But the idea that there's a whole other world beneath our feet, that's a whole new level of subterranean real estate. And then there's the belief that the government is using mind control through fluoride in the water, or subliminal messages in advertising. If that's true, then I must have missed the memo. Because the only thing I feel compelled to do after drinking tap water is going to the bathroom. But my absolute favorite conspiracy theory has to be the one about Paul McCartney being dead and replaced by a lookalike. I mean, sure, he may have written some pretty trippy songs, but I think it's a bit of a stretch to say he's been replaced by a doppelganger. Although, if anyone wants to volunteer to be my stand-in for family gathering, I'm all ears. One more favorite conspiracy theory of mine has to be the one about Bigfoot. The elusive creature roaming the forest, leaving behind nothing but blurry photos and giant footprints. I mean, come on, if Bigfoot really exists, he's got a better hide-and-seek game than Waldo. Next we have got the mystery of the Ark of the Covenant, the ancient chest containing the stone tablets of the 10 Commandments. Some say it's hidden in a secret chamber beneath Jerusalem, guarded by ancient curses and booby traps. Personally, I think it's probably just gathering dust in someone's attic, right next to the Christmas decorations and the broken vacuum cleaner. But you know what's even more bewildering than the religious mysteries themselves? The people who dedicate their lives to solving them. You have got historians, archaeologists, and amateur sleuths, all searching for clues in dusty old manuscripts and cryptic inscriptions. It's like real-life episode of Scooby-Doo, minus the talking dog and the meddling kids. And ever heard of the Holy Grail? Yeah, that legendary cup of Arthurian legend that supposedly grants eternal youth and infinite wisdom. Some say it's hidden in the depths of a dark forest, guarded by knights and dragons. Personally, I think it's probably just gathering dust on a shelf in some ancient relic shop, right next to the magic wands and unicorn horns. But you know what's even more baffling than these relics themselves? The lengths people will go to in order to prove their authenticity. You have got scientists conducting elaborate tests, historians poring over ancient texts, and conspiracy theorists spinning wild takes about secret societies and hidden agendas. It's like a real life episode of Indiana Jones minus the whip and the fedora. But hey, whether you are a true believer, a skeptic, or just along for the ride, one thing's for sure, religion sure knows how to keep us guessing. So here's to the seekers, the dreamers, and the eternal quest for truth. Without them, the world would be a lot less mysterious and a lot less fun. Thank you, Fox. Have a good day.